Okay, let's talk about it. If you've ever felt like your dating app is just a graveyard of conversations that went nowhere, then this is for you. We are going to break down the psychology behind why people just poof, disappear, and how you can navigate the wild world of modern dating with a whole lot more confidence. Oh, we've all been there, right? You match, the connection feels electric, the banter is just top tier. You're actually thinking, okay, this could really be something. And then, nothing. Absolute radio silence. They just vanish into thin air and you're left staring at your phone wondering what on earth just happened. So, welcome to what we're calling the ghosting economy. It's this whole environment where connections can pop up and then disappear in an instant. It makes digital romance feel less like a love story and a lot more like you're day trading some highly unpredictable emotional stocks. It's exhausting, I know, but there's a reason for it all.
To really understand the poof, we have to look past the screen and get into a little psychology. It often comes down to this thing called attachment theory. And basically, the way we learn to connect with people way back in our childhood is kind of secretly running the whole show in our dating lives today.
And this right here, this is the classic, super frustrating dance. On one side, you have the avoidant, who really fears intimacy and will pull back the second things start to feel real. And on the other side, you've got the anxious type. They're terrified of abandonment, so they can sometimes lean in a little too hard, which, ironically, is the exact thing that triggers the avoidant to run for the hills. It's this self-sabotaging cycle that plays out over and over again.
So the way out of this cycle, the goal, is to become the secure anchor. And listen, this is not about changing them. It's about changing you. A secure anchor communicates clearly. They don't spiral into a panic over a delayed text message, and they have this really strong sense of self-worth. They know they'll be okay whether someone texts back or not. They're the calm in the gating storm, and honestly, that's incredibly attractive. So, how do you project that cool, calm, anchor energy from the very first message? Well, it all starts with ditching the generic hey or hi. Let's look at a formula for an opener that actually starts building a real connection from the get-go.
Okay, here's a simple 3-part formula to make your opener unforgettable. First, start with a specific hook. Show them you actually read their profile. So instead of hey, try something like, that photo of you hiking in the mountains looks amazing. Then add a conversation starter, an easy, open-ended question like, what trail was that? And finally, throw in a little flirty bait, something playful like, I bet I could beat you to the top. See how that's so much more engaging? It's night and day.
All right, now for the defensive strategy. A huge part of being secure is having a really good vibe check radar. It's all about learning how to spot the potential communication styles of other people right from their profile, so you know exactly what you might be getting into.
So what does an avoidant profile often look like? Well, you might see that classic lone wolf bio that just screams hyperindependence. They often use language that puts up a wall against commitment, stuff like just seeing what's out there or not looking for anything serious. And when you chat, they'll probably keep things on the surface, dodging any real emotional depth.
And on the flip side, anxious red flags can look a little different. You might see future pacing. We're talking about marriage on day one. You might also see some self-deprecating humor that's really just fishing for a compliment. Or, of course, the classic double or triple text when you haven't replied in an hour. It's all driven by that deep fear of being abandoned.
Now, spotting these flags isn't about immediately disqualifying people. It's about knowing how to respond from that secure place we've been talking about. So let's get into the playbook for handling these tricky messages without losing your cool.
This slide is basically the perfect cheat sheet. Notice the pattern here? When you're faced with an avoidant message, like, I'm super busy, the secure response is really low pressure and it gives them an out. And when you're faced with an anxious message, like, are you there? The secure response is reassuring and it sets a healthy boundary. It's all about de-escalating the situation while staying true to your own needs. It's just calm, confident, and completely drama-free.
After seeing all these patterns and all these plays, it's pretty easy to think that the goal is to become some kind of master manipulator or a dating app detective. But what are we really trying to achieve with all this knowledge?
And here it is. This is the ultimate takeaway. This is not about becoming an armchair psychologist so you can fix other people. You can't control them. The real power is in becoming that secure anchor for yourself. Because when you build your own security, communicate your needs clearly, and truly know your own worth, you become a magnet for healthy connections. And that is the most attractive quality there is.
When you operate from that secure place,
you can handle whatever the ghosting economy throws at you. Seriously, you learn to let go of what isn't meant for you, and you start attracting people who are actually ready to build something real. Your vibe check? It's officially passed.